Hello and welcome back to CHGO White Sox. My name is Herb Lawrence, and first, actually, as a host, I'm supposed to say this is presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO. It's like on my shirt. When you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000, and when you're there, you sign up, you can get a t-shirt like this I have on with the Chicago skyline CHGO. It's so beautiful. Once again, my name is Herb Lawrence. I am sitting in for Sean Anderson, who's usually in this host seat. I am the community leader for CHGO White Sox. And to my left, my man, 50 grand. It's Rick Camp right there. If you know Rick Camp, you know him from The Score, such stations as The Score, which I met him at. And now Rick Camp is joining me here today on CHGO White Sox to talk about this beautiful White Sox Athletics game. Rick, how you doing today?
Not doing too bad. Thanks for having me. I got to make an appearance on CHGO Bulls a few weeks back, so getting to hit the White Sox pod too. My goal in life should now to be part of each podcast, which would be kind of impressive because it'd be like,
I don't think you know anything about soccer. We got 2 soccer shows.
oh yeah, no, I'd be done there.
I mean, if we start CHGO F1, this is the host.
The guy.
I mean, this guy was telling me about F1 before everybody else was going wild for F1. This man knows all the drama. Some dude retired the other day, and he was like, oh, what a beautiful piece.
Shouts to Sebastian Vettel.
Who?
He's one of the drivers for Aston Martin, 4-time winner.
Oh, I only know that Lewis Hamilton guy.
Yeah.
Great.
He won 7. He's a
little better than him.
Yeah,
he's still going for
good.
Right?
He is.
Okay.
And he's at least going through next year. So when you said you were sitting in for Sean,
yes,
and you did this with your hand, is that a short joke or
no? I would never make a short joke. Me and Sean are about the same size. He's probably like 5'8". I'm 5'10". I won't brag about my height. You ever notice that dudes who are over 6 feet like yourself always brag about the height as if they had something to do with it?
I never brag about height. I just made the observation about your hand gesture.
No. I'm just saying, like,
but
like you just did. But I was like, you're like, how tall are you? I'm 6'2".
Right?
Did you do that? No. Calm down. No.
I went into the rack for 5 minutes a day for a year to stretch out the legs.
White Sox Tom asked, is Sean at Lala? He told us he's at a concert tonight. He had previous plans that he's at a concert. He didn't say Lollapalooza because he probably knew that Vinny and I would get in his ass. But Sean is 24, so that is of Lala age. You know, he can go out.
What retro NBA jersey is Sean wearing at Lala?
Oh, for a retro jersey for Sean would probably be like, let's see. He wouldn't go as far as like Def Leppard Shrimp or Muggsy Bogues.
No.
I'm thinking he's going like more recent. He's going like John Lucas III, things like that.
Oh, okay.
That'll be a real nice one. What about you? What would you rock at Lala?
There was, I think, I forget which, if it was the Bulls account or if it was just the CHGO account brought that up and had some options there. I think one of them for me would have been that was listed was Dominique Wilkins. One of them would have been the Mitch Richmond Warriors one. And there was another one that I would have picked, I think, before any of those, but I forget what was on the tweet exactly. But those were like 2 and 3 in the podium.
Wayne, yeah, we're going to have Hot Stove Talk in November, December, January, and February. So we're not going to have it right now. But we will talk about the White Sox.
Hold on. Is that about food?
Yeah, I mean, we got some delicious hot stove food over there.
Yes.
But the White Sox are coming off another loss to a disappointing team. They are currently 49-49. And you see in the side slap, 49ers versus A's. That's what I did. Get me, guys? They lost the last game versus the Colorado Rockies because Kendall Graveman could not throw a pitch over the plate. It was very sad to see a guy who was usually reliable back there, and Liam Hendricks wasn't available because the day before he wasn't reliable, giving up a home run and 30 pitches on the night. So we had Kendall Graveman doing his thing really poorly. What do you see the other day from Kendall Graveman? And firstly, the White Sox offense, I don't think they did enough because you see the next day the Dodgers go there and put a blitzkrieg on the Colorado Rockies and then shut them down offensively. So what did you see from the White Sox on Wednesday night or Wednesday afternoon out there in Denver?
I mean, it is. You wish Kendall Graveman performs better, of course. And isn't he number 49? Just like triple up on your 49?
Look at you.
See?
That's why you're here.
Exactly. That is why I'm here. But when you're down so many arms, too, it's one of those where you're frustrated, of course, and it's definitely no excuse. But it's like at some point, well, I guess the dam has been breaking. And we're just trying to patch it up at this point.
Yep.
but still, it's one of those where these are the games. This is the stretch you have to eat. We like eating. We like wins. We like the White Sox. These three things need to line up more often, and this is the stretch where that has to happen. Tonight is a perfect example of that. The Oakland A's are a team that it feels like they're always, and maybe it's just when you're out in Oakland that they're always a bugaboo.
Yes.
But this is a team you need to beat, and you need to beat soundly so that your bullpen doesn't really matter outside of just getting you through some innings.
And before we go on to the game today, did you see the Lurie Garcia play at third base where he got picked off with 2 outs and Yohan Moncada just had walked?
Yes.
I know we share hatred, just a dislike for Lurie Garcia playing. Mm-hmm. I just wonder what the hell he was thinking there. And why did he continue to play after that? I'm not into punitive. I'm not into embarrassing, but I'm into your head's not in the game right now. I'm going to get somebody else in the game who's ready for playing time and show you that this lackadaisical play, especially on a team that's 500, will not stand. And I have to make you an example. I won't make Timmy an example, and I won't make Jose because they're team leaders, but I can definitely bench Lurie Garcia immediately after he makes that play.
Exactly. That's the thing, and you hit it. It's not like Lurie Garcia is such a critical player that you can't make that move.
Yeah.
That's the thing. However, maybe the way you do make the point is if it is Tim or if it is Jose in that instance, maybe then you do that as the shot across the bow to everybody. Because, Steve Stone was on our former employer today and just mentioned going into next season, that should be, if he was in charge of things, organizational, just top of the organization, down to rookie ball, of if you're not hustling and if you're not being smart, teaching smart base running, then you need to be pulled out of a game, sat down for the next day, something along those lines. It needs to become a core principle of your organization to not beat yourself, because if you're not going to pay up for the top talent and you're not going to develop talent at the rate you probably should, you need to be good on the margins, and that's where the Sox have shot themselves in the foot so much.
And speaking of what you're talking about, the Cleveland Guardians, who were just in here versus the White Sox, you saw them extra times. There's a ball hitting the gap. Eloy's kind of lackadaisical towards it. We're going to second. We're testing Eloy's arm. Oh, you're gonna jog over there, Adam Engel? Cool. We're taking second base. Yep. That's a team that doesn't want to spend money, but they do develop talent.
Yes.
And they win on the margins. That's why they're ahead of the White Sox right now, because they do the extra stuff. They put bat to ball. It's frustrating to go against them. Ask Lucas Giolito. Ask a couple other the White Sox pitchers like Michael Kopech when you can't get the strikes. The Dylan Cease, who had a good game, but they were putting bat to ball. He wasn't getting his natural 8-9 strikeouts he usually has. They do the right things every time. And I love that Steve Stone said that, because it's been organizational with this team where the trainer is telling players who are back on from the IL, hey, don't go 100%. Like the other day, you saw Jose Abreu strike out again.
Yes.
Ball's in the dirt. Jose just heads back to the dugout. That can't happen. Now, Lurie Garcia, I gave him crap for that one. He had a ball hit the dirt when he struck out and made first base. That I think eventually turned into him getting caught off third base and getting picked off right there. So, yes, this is a huge, huge thing for the White Sox. And I wish Steve Stone had the ear of Jerry Reinsdorf or Kenny Williams or Rick Hahn to say, we need to be hustling. That is, that's like foundational. Right. That's minimum. You should be hustling. We shouldn't be telling you need to hustle. So
can they patch the feed of the game into Tony's hearing aid?
Rick, we don't do ageism here. Yes, we do. But we try not to do ageism here. We try not to. But
that's what I'm here for. What are you guys going to do? Fire me? That already happened recently anyway.
That station. Friends. What are we doing there? What are we talking? Oh, all right. White Sox versus A's today.
Oh, left turn.
Yeah, look at my guy, KPW. KPW is a big-time Toronto Blue Jays fan, so he doesn't worry about anything. They fired their manager. KPW was good with it, and now look at them. They're all winning and stuff.
So you're saying accountability isn't just for the players?
Yeah, it's for those people who are Hall of Fame baseball people too, but apparently not here in Chicago. Let's go to the Southside 9 and see who they're throwing up against James Caprillion. The White Sox lineup is Tim Anderson, of course, hitting leadoff, playing shortstop. Second place is Yohan Moncada playing third base. Third batter is A.J. Pollock playing center field. Jose Abreu is in the cleanup spot playing first base. Yasmani's at the DH batting fifth. Eloy Jimenez is in left field batting sixth and batting seventh. You see his bat is pointing at it. It's Gavin Sheets. He's playing right field. Josh Harrison playing second base and batting eighth. And rounding it up is Reese McGuire catching. You see him with his hand right there. He's got a lot of handiwork.
Careful.
Oh, wow. So, yeah. Oh, wow. I know I should have said anything right there to you. Damn it, Rick. You're always on it. What do you see with that lineup right there? I have some questions, but Tony makes the lineup out. He feels that is the best lineup to beat James Caprillion today.
I mean, they should have plenty of lineups that can beat James Caprillion today. Mm-hmm. So hopefully it doesn't end up mattering in the end. Pollock hitting third is an interesting choice to me.
It's a choice.
It's definitely a choice.
And playing center, too.
And playing center. What could go wrong?
That has got to be one of the worst defenses for the outfield ever. Like, you have a guy who keeps on getting himself hurt in Eloy in left, Pollock in center, and then Gavin Sheets, we saw earlier, he's not good at all at right field. But that's what we do. We convert first basemen to right fielders who play poorly there. I see a first baseman that usually plays right field, not in the lineup.
Yes.
And I always have a problem with this. Where in the hell is my man Andy Vaughn? Andrew Vaughn should be playing every single day, especially when you had days off on Monday and day off on Thursday. Where the hell is Andy Vaughn? I don't give a goddamn if Gavin Sheets is a left-handed hitter. I don't care if he's hitting better. He should never start over Andrew Vaughn, ever start over Andy Vaughn. I said this from the beginning. This is not a strong platoon. This is not, hey, 50-50, or, hey, you get more because you're a left-handed Gavin Sheets because there's more right-handed pitchers. No, Andrew Vaughn should play 95% of the games, and if you need to give him a blow, which you don't need to give him a blow because he just had a damn day off after a day game, he should be in the damn lineup. What's your thoughts on Tony La Russa and the team sitting Andy Vaughn for Gavin Sheets?
Especially in this instance, with it being Gavin Sheets, it's not like you're getting considerably better defense to make up for the bat. Like, that's the thing, too. Is Andrew Vaughn good in the field? No. But is Gavin Sheets good in the field? No, not particularly. So, keep the bat in the lineup. That's the thing, too, is it's like you have one of your young guys that's healthy. Play him. Like, everybody has been, and, there's been the cycle of guys going in and out of the lineup, which, you can only control to a certain point. Completely understood. But you have a guy that was a top pick for you that has more often than not been healthy and produced. So keep him in the lineup. Let him get those ABs because they need to score. Like, if you're going to punt the outfield defense anyway, then get him in the lineup. Handedness is just doesn't matter to the point that La Russa clearly thinks it does. It's frustrating because for as much as, remember when we were told, like, Tony La Russa likes numbers?
Yeah.
That was a fun thing. I mean, to be there are some numbers
times.
he doesn't like, but we're not going to get to those either.
What a jerk you are. That's why I like Rick Camp. And remember, July 24th, which was Sunday, I believe, after coming out of the All-Star break where he had that whole week off, played the 3 games versus Cleveland, off on Sunday, I believe that was. He's 24 years old. Why does he need this much time off? Like, I didn't get to hear what Tony had to say in the pregame because I was doing other stuff. I'm sure he explained himself. Oh, he want to keep his legs fresh and, 24 down the stretch. No, these games are important. Like we said, we're in the stretch. We had just finished a 19 games in a row stretch versus the AL Central where they went 10-9, which I was fine with. It wasn't great. It wasn't poor. Fine. Now we're in a 19-game stretch versus mediocre teams. Mediocre to bad teams. We need to attack right now. We need to dominate these teams because while at the same time we're playing easy teams, Minnesota's playing harder teams. So we can catch up to them. We can catch up to the Cleveland Guardians, all these teams. And Andy Vaughn, and I call him Andy because I like to change up things. I don't like to call him Andrew. Andy Vaughn needs to be in that goddamn lineup all the time.
Yes.
Every time, unless he's like, hey, Skip, you've been running me ragged. I played 18 games in a row. Can I get a blow real quick? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. He's like, not that type of blow, though. Either blow you want. And my guy Joe Ard knows what I'm talking about.
To be fair, there's like 3 options there. So
yeah, it was. That's why I left it open.
Okay, good.
What do you guys think about Reese McGuire in the lineup? At first, I hated it. I looked when his last start was. It was July 23rd, which was also Lance Lynn's last start, where he had his best start of the season. But
if Lance feels comfortable with him, and we'll get to what Lance does and what he did last time versus the Guardians, and he wants him in the lineup, it kind of makes sense too.
Fair enough.
Because it's a right-hander, James Caprillion, going to the bump, and maybe Reese has seen him enough, and he's a decent enough hitter to get a couple of bats. Seby's not doing well enough where you say, hey, Seby's got to be in the lineup every time if you have the designated hitter being Yasmani. No, I think Reese McGuire is on the team for a reason, and it might be a short time because when Luis Robert comes back from the IL, and that might be happening soon, today he was a little sick, so he's not playing today, but he should be back in the Charlotte Knights lineup tomorrow and then be back with the White Sox. If he's feeling fine, I am believing probably sometime next week. But Reese McGuire needs to get all the playing time he can get, and if that's what Lance Lynn wants, the guy that he thinks calls the best game, put Reese McGuire back there. What do you feel?
It's fine. Yeah, exactly. Like the fact that there's that track record showing with Lance Lynn, if that's what makes Lance Lynn most comfortable, fine. It's not like he's up at a prime spot in the lineup to where he's even like top half to where it's like, okay, he might get that extra plate appearance and that could end up being frustrating. He's down in the 9th spot. It's fine. With that catcher spot, you focus on making your pitcher happy anyway more often than not. So fine, especially with not playing that long. Good with it.
Rick, you know what time it is? It is time to play America's favorite game. Oakland A or made-up name. I'm going to name a person, and you tell me if this person is on the active 40-man roster of the Oakland Athletics or a name I just made up.
Okay, and I have the lineup written down in my notebook. I wrote it down without actually processing it at all, so I'm turning that over so that I don't have that to look off of.
Adam Oller.
Made up.
Adam Oller is a pitcher for the Oakland Athletics. He's a real person. How about Bruce Ortega? And you guys can play at home, too, if you're there with YouTube.
I'm going to go with made-up name.
He is a made-up name. Just made him out of pure imagination. Eric Cardenas.
Oakland A.
He is not. He is a made-up guy. Let's go with Gerard Ramirez.
Made-up guy.
He is a made-up guy.
Yes.
How about Dermis Garcia?
Dermis, like your skin?
Yeah, like your skin.
Skin Garcia is a real guy.
He is a real guy. He plays for the Oakland Athletics. He's an infielder.
All right.
How about Tony Kemp?
Real guy.
You've heard of that guy. He is a real guy. He's a shortstop
Yeah, that'd be a
for
bad
the
one
Oakland
for me.
Athletics. And I'm going to go with Sky Bolt.
That is a real guy.
He is a real guy.
Yes.
And the last guy I'm going to go with is Bernie Bauman.
No chance.
Bernie Bauman is a made-up guy. So
Yeah, started off slow.
you were, yes. So with that, let's go and check out
I'm
the
always
Oakland
slow.
Athletic and their made-up people at the bottom of their lineup. You've heard, God, who's that guy? Leading off is Jonah Bride. That's
Shout out to the lockout.
Did you just make up a bunch of
exactly what that
people on there, Steven? Did you use my name generator?
These are allegedly real names. Number 1, number 9. I don't know.
Jonah Bride's at third base leading off. Tony Kemp, the
Sure.
guy we named, left fielder. He's
Okay.
former Cub, great. Third is catcher Sean Murphy, good guy. Seth Brown plays first base. That's a made-up person.
Great guy, never met him.
Ramon Lariano, he's got a big-time arm, right field, batting fifth. Elvis Andrus, shortstop, batting 6th.
Yes.
Stephen Piscotty is designated hitter. There's your guy, Sky Bolt, playing center field. That's a made-up guy. And then something called Nick Allen is playing second base for the Oakland Athletics. Me saying this now, the Oakland Athletics will win 15-0 over the White Sox.
100%.
Oh, my God. That is just a sad thing.
Now,
Right.
Sky Bolt is definitely the one that stands out to me. Like, Sky Bolt's parents must have been like, all right, his last name's Bolt.
Yeah,
It was either Thunder or Sky. It had to be something like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you saying this, it might be you saying it's too much, and too much pressure on the kid. So, yeah, Sky works for him. But this lineup, this team is a team the White Sox should take advantage of because those names, none of those names on there, if you, Steven, you could put them back up for me a second. None of those names right there are anything great. Sean Murphy's pretty good. He's a good catcher. He can hit the ball out of the ballpark. And I see Ramon Laureano, I think he came off like a 80-game suspension for steroids last year.
Elvis Andrus is an adult.
Yeah, you've heard of his name because of his antics with Hall of Famer. I forgot his name already.
Adrian Beltre?
Adrian Beltre, yeah. Future Hall of Famer Adrian Beltre. He used to touch his hair. Piscotty has a good story where it's not a good
Bolt
story.
was great in the movie.
He's the dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I think he's also playing for the Illini this year. Sky
Sure.
Bolt. I think it's Sky Clark. But that team
3 people that
should
got
not
that.
do anything versus our guy Lance Lynn today, especially what Lance Lynn did to the Cleveland Guardians, only giving up 3 hits. And that's what I'm talking about with the hustle. 2 of those hits were hustle doubles that were hit to Aloy, and then Cleveland Guardians just beat him out. The other hit was a Jose Ramirez rocket to Josh Harrison in the shift that just went off his glove. So if we go to the pitching matchups, it's Lance Lynn versus James Caprillion. Lance Lynn, the numbers don't look good. He's 42 innings already this year, 6.43 is his ERA. Hits, he's given up 49 more than he's innings pitched. Ks to walks, he's 41-10, and his ERA plus, where average is 100, he's at 62. James Caprillion, no great shakes himself, but he's been pitching much better in the last 5 starts. He's got 74 innings this year, 4.74 ERA, 64 hits, 49 strikeouts to his 34 walks, and 78 ERA plus. I feel that Lance Lynn should do a great job no matter what. He played versus the Cleveland Guardians, got 6 strikeouts, 6 innings pitched, and that's a team that doesn't strike out a lot. He made people look silly out there. And this lineup cannot touch Lance Lynn. If that Lance Lynn shows up that showed up last Saturday, the Oakland A's are in trouble today.
Yeah, this should be an opportunity, as I mentioned before, for Lance Lynn to just have good stuff, just get some work in. Hopefully, the back end of the bullpen, they're not needed today. Mm-hmm. This is an opportunity to essentially get consecutive days off for those guys and give the Sox the opportunity to, maybe a bit of a slump buster there.
Well, speaking of slump busters, let's talk to my guy KPW. Not you're the slump buster, but when I think about slump busters, I think of the White Sox, and I think about Ozzie Guillen when they went up to Toronto and the blow-up doll. And speaking of slump busters, Naked HD is back in the house. KPW, like when you were on the CHGO Bulls, there's a name that you can't bring up.
Yes.
James Boylan.
Yes.
KPW just brought the name that cannot be said on this broadcast anymore. KPW back in the day this year said that the Daniel Lynch of the Kansas City Royals, left-handed pitcher, would throw 6 innings and it'll be shutout ball. And damn near that shit happened. KPW predicted this stuff and it happened. Daniel Lynch is an embargo. We cannot have it anymore. And he just brings up the Oakland A's have some Daniel Lynch type people. Do not bring that name up in my presence, KPW, ever again. And by the way, the White Sox will be playing the Kansas City Royals after they finish this series with the Oakland Athletics.
So is that the new Cy Chen?
Oh my God,
no one can ever match Cy Chen.
No, I mean at least Cy Chen had wins versus other people, but he just absolutely dominated the White Sox for no damn reason. And speaking of, it's kind of like all tying together. The Oakland Athletics are the Houston Astros bugaboo. They can't beat them.
Yeah.
They swept them. Just swept the Houston Astros. Like the White Sox, like, what? You beat the Houston Astros? How'd you guys do that?
We should trade for them. That way we can beat them in the playoffs.
Exactly.
For what it's worth, there's only one guy in this Athletics lineup today that's done well against Lance Lynn. It's Stephen Piscotty. He's got an average over 400 in his career. He's batting 7th. So at least he's at the bottom of the lineup there.
I was going to say, what's Bob Melvin doing? But Bob Melvin's in San Diego now. Who's their manager out there in Oakland now?
I think that's also a creative player kind of
creative
name.
player.
Yeah.
They just made up new people. It's like Oakland.
John Dowd. I mean, he had to retire at some point.
I just wonder what these people do. Like, how does Oakland make money?
Mark
It's
Kotze?
former White Sox Mark Kotze.
Working hard, Mark Kotze. White Sox
man.
great Mark Kotze. That's
Wow.
awesome to be him.
I just want to know about Naked HD's perfect match. I mean, it's, staring me in the face at this point.
Naked HD, they bring the fire, man. Every show, they show up.
And it looks like they try to put out the fire, too.
KPW, Jesus Shuttlesworth, Naked HD. Every show. The best way to support CHGO is download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you do that right now, you'll receive 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. And that's not it. You'll make a $50 or more first-time deposit. You'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content from Vinny Duber, Adam Hogue, and all the people out there, the Bears, the Hawks, the Bulls. Yes, White Sox and Cub people. You even get a free T-shirt like the one I have on right now of your choice from the CHGO locker. That's $2,000 in free bets, free CHGO membership, and a free T-shirt from the CHGO locker, all for making a $50 first-time or more PointsBet deposit. If you have any questions, you can email PointsBet at pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we'll help you out. Your home for live in-play betting just got better. See an edge in a game you're watching? It's the favorite team in the prime of your comeback? Don't just watch the game. Bet along with the game live. Download the PointsBet app right now and use promo code CHGO. So what are you waiting for? It's time to elevate your live betting game. Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live bet your life. Live bet your life? Live your bet life. Ooh, I can't read, guys. Live your bet life. It's the damn
bet your life,
tagline.
guys. Don't bet your life.
Bet your life.
I was all ready in case you gave me the glance. I was right. I mean, I live my bet life. I have a PointsBet account.
Live my bet life. Live your bet life with PointsBet. If you have this, or you or someone that has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services. That is Rick Camp. And if you don't know Rick Camp, he is a betting fool and wins a lot of money. Do you have anything today you want to bet on PointsBet app that maybe the folks out there want to put some sauce on right before this game happens?
Not a lot of a true analysis to this. Just really supporting one of my guys. A home run for Eloy tonight is plus 280. I don't mind that at all.
That's good
Odd
value.
though. No, I would have thought it'd be higher, like plus 350 or so.
Yeah, but
He's only had 4 this year, so maybe PointsBet's looking at that as like this guy's bound to come around. And
he's due.
He's going to hit. And if anybody's going to hit, it's going to be Eloy Jimenez today off of James Caprillion. Speaking of people we want to do well, Rick gave you a preview of kind of what we're going to do. We're going to do clicks to pick. What's your click to pick? Oh, look at Campy. You're wearing kind of the same shirt right now.
yeah.
Oh, that's a bluish shirt.
Yeah, that's more of a light blue. I don't even know what shirt that is. Whatever. My click to pick is Eloy Jimenez. Why? Because I like Eloy Jimenez. Really, that's about it at this point. Because it's not like many of the Sox hitters have much of a history against Caprillion, so there's not much to go off of in that regard. And just trying to game the whole thing, picking a guy in the lower half of the lineup, maybe not the smartest thing in the world. But I'm here for one day, so I'm going to pick my guy, damn it.
God damn it. And I'm going to go with Jose Abreu. If you know anything about us, we love Jose Abreu, especially me. The person that usually sits in this chair, Sean Anderson, is a Jose Abreu hater. But we're close to Jose Abreu's month of August where he hits almost 1,000 OPS. So July 29th, I believe that Jose Abreu will start August a little bit earlier. Let's call it August -3. So
That works.
August -3, Jose Abreu is my pick to click. I'm betting the White Sox are going to win 5-2 tonight. You got a score prediction for us, Rick Camp?
I have all the confidence in the White Sox in the world, as always. So I'm going to say the White Sox win 7-2.
That's a good score. That's Rick Camp. He'll be joining me and Vinny Duber. Vinny Duber live from Guaranteed Rate in the postgame after the White Sox beat the Oakland Athletics. And if they don't beat the Athletics, I will be on fucking 1,000. And yes, I did swear again. Hi, Adam Hogue. Hi, Adam Johns. I swear a lot. Jesus Shuttlesworth says, love it, Herb. 5-2 will be perfect. Rusted also with me. 5-2. Let's go. Yes, Jesus, we'll have that postgame for you, brother. You got the A's winning 3 or 4, another bullpen meltdown. God damn it, Brandon. We're putting that positivity out in the atmosphere. Wow. We got to put that positivity out there. Just like your Chicago Rush, we're going to bring home the championship this year. So, for Rick Camp, I'm Herb Lawrence. We'll see you in the postgame, and thank you to our guy, Stephen Nicholas, for doing all the production all the time. He's going to go and enjoy a nice Portillo's order. We're going to enjoy some delicious wings because it's National Chicken Wing Day. I'm always in for National Chicken Wing Day. I celebrate that most days of the year.
Yep.
So join us in the CHGO White Sox postgame show. Until then, go Sox.